Could this be Latin America's most underrated city? Our family has been to some of the most famous cities across the world this year, but we wanted to make sure that we hit some of the lesser known cities as well. Serge and I actually first visited Panama City nearly 15 years ago, and it feels amazing to be back, this time with our kids. You don't often find Panama City at the top of travelers' bucket lists, but I actually think this city has a lot to offer. One thing that's making this trip extra special is that we're traveling with two of our favorite YouTubers, who have also become great friends. Stay tuned to find out who is joining us here in Panama. Whoa! Wow! What is this? Is this the nice room dance? Let's check out your room.
This bed is mine.
Woohoo!
Yeah, this bed is mine.
So we got a nice little upgrade for both rooms because I am now, not to brag, but I'm Marriott Bonvoy Gold right now. I know.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. My name is Allison Yovi, and if you want to be a travel influencer blogger like me, just hit that subscribe button.
Bye.
Wait, my turn. No, it's not. Oh, hey there. I didn't see you. It's me, Michelle Snyovi, the one and only. And, you know, if you want to be like me, it's going to take a few steps. No, eyes here, eyes here. You're going to need luscious braids, Invisalign, and you need to know how to do your own nails.
She's stealing your material, though. We are off to explore Panama City today.
You guys, I even brought
And Sean has the full beat face today.
my
And
makeup.
we are about to meet and reveal our two favorite YouTubers that we're doing this trip with. So you guys are gonna see shortly who it is. Okay, here we are at La Compañia, where they're staying. Let's go in. Hi! Hi!
Your makeup was worth the extra time.
Oscar! Good to see you.
I can't believe we're in the same
Our
country.
group trip.
Yeah.
What is this? A crossover episode?
Okay, so this is Oskar and Dan. I know from YouTube analytics a lot of our audience already watches their channel, but for the ones who are not familiar yet, they have an amazing travel channel. They are on a quest to visit every country in the world, potentially.
Yeah.
100 this year.
The more countries we visit, the more we realize that visiting every country will be extremely traumatic and not so fun.
So we may be amending the plan. And then also Dan has an amazing channel called Nonstop Dan, which is all about aviation, flight reviews. That's another favorite of ours.
If you want non-sugar-coated videos like Carmen's, like you guys, then my videos might be a nice supplement.
We just finished lunch, and Dan very judgingly asked which card we used to pay for lunch.
And Serge very seriously told me a debit card. And my genuine reaction was, oh no.
There was an audible gasp.
Yeah, I was like, not foreign transactions.
So just to explain, Dan is like a guru of like points and miles and all of that stuff, and we're very much not. So, but we're learning. We're trying to get better at it. Giant puddle. Oh, parkour. Yeah, that parkour summer camp really paid off, girls. Oh, so pretty. She looks like Belle.
Oh, she's probably on her quinceañera.
Yeah, maybe. We are currently at Multiplaza, Panama, and don't worry, we're not doing another 24-hour mall challenge. But we decided to come just to get out of the heat a little bit. It's like super hot and humid today, and also we needed to get SIM cards, so we came and got that done.
I don't want to ruin it. Just look at the top one more time before I mix it.
Beautiful.
We've never tried this before because they've never had vegan milk before.
Oh,
So
what
this,
kind of milk is it?
They
Coconut?
only had almond, which is usually,
okay.
it's not the best because it's not like the creamiest. But it tastes like so strongly like almond.
Yeah.
It sounds fun though. It's like an almond milk tea.
It's like caramelized almonds. I'll finish it.
Hey, we found the arcade. Ready to do some damage.
Yes, and yes.
Repetir una mil veces la noche que te vi. Sabía que era ese hombre que me hace reír y me hace creer que yo soy la mujer que se merece algo puro y no solo pa' comer.
We are on our way to meet Oskar and Dan this
Wait.
morning.
Can you just admire my makeup, matching my pink and purple earrings, matching my pink and purple outfit.
Can we just admire my makeup?
No, just the
matching
outfit.
my green and black outfit. Okay, so we're at this little parking lot area, which also has food stands and food trucks all around. It's sort of right in between Oskar and Dan's hotel and ours. And it seems like a cool spot to get a casual bite to eat. There's a vegan food truck, which Oskar and Dan are hitting up. They're vegan, obviously. And then we found this Peruvian spot, which looks pretty good. So yeah, hopefully the food is good.
This was like a special type of.
He said it was the most popular dish.
Yeah.
It's like some Mexican chicken burger.
This is
This
Some
is something
vegan chorizo.
with chimichurri on top.
Yeah. I don't really like being on camera.
Okay, so we finished our lunch and now we're on our way to Panama Canal, which of course is the big attraction here in Panama City. And we've been driving for a little while. We're already starting to see a little bit of the shipping containers, the ships, the big cranes that move the containers around. All right, Serge, you excited? We're back at the Panama Canal.
15 years later.
Hi, Sean. Are you excited about seeing the Panama Canal?
Not really.
Let's see some ships and some water and some locks. Okay, so we're back at the Panama Canal. So Serge and I actually came to Panama back when we were in our 20s, when we were, I think, a few years into dating. Obviously, one of the things that we did was come to the Panama Canal. At that time, we took like a 4-hour tour of the canal. And let me tell you, like, if you're really into engineering, if you're really into ships, go for it, right? If you're not either of those things, it was like 3.5 hours too long of what we really needed. What we're doing today is actually just coming to the Miraflores locks, I believe it's called. So it has like this great lookout point. There's like, I think, some exhibits about the canal. And I think this is a great alternative to kind of come and check it out and get a sense of how it all works. But if you're super into it, then do the half-day tour. They even have like a full-day tour that you could do if you're really hardcore. If you're not super passionate about canals and engineering, there's no need to do the tour. Just come here, do it on your own, and you'll see enough. So we are in this little area, which is the Monument of the Flag of Panama. And it's a really cool like little point because you have this giant flag of Panama, you have amazing skyline behind me, but then you also have the fishing boats to my right. So it feels a little bit like it's the past, the present, the future of Panama City right here. And I have to say that ever since getting to Panama City, it's been giving me very much Hong Kong vibes in that it's also a tropical city with skyscrapers. And a lot of parts of it actually remind me of some of the older parts of Hong Kong, like some of the older neighborhoods like Kowloon Tong and places like that. It's making me also a little bit homesick. I still haven't been back to Hong Kong since 2017. Wow. It's been a long time, and obviously with COVID and all their crazy quarantine procedures, hasn't been easy to try to get back there, but I'm really hoping maybe sometime in 2023 we'll go because I miss it, and this place is actually making me miss it even a little bit more. Of course, one thing that's annoying as a creator is look how gloomy the sky is over here, and of course we have to shoot in this direction because we're trying to get the skyline on the flag. But if I just turn around, look how gorgeous the sky is over here. I wish we could just transplant this and move it over here. But alas, this is what we're working with. So we have a little bit of time before our next activity, and I thought I would sit down with Oskar and Dan just to talk to them a little bit about what it's been like doing all the travel that they've been doing, and also what it's like to basically travel full time, which is actually something that we don't do. We do have a home base in New York City where we are between trips. So I'm actually also curious to see what that is like. So let's find out.
Although it might seem like we have a very cool lifestyle of traveling all the time, we're actually so jealous that we don't have a home to go back to like you guys.
We stay with mostly Dan's parents, like whenever we come home, so either it's in Sweden or in New York. So we are lucky to have those places for sure, but there's like no place around the world that is ours.
I imagine like either people who watch this are like, I can never travel full time, or it's my dream, right?
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah,
in
that's
between.
probably
Yeah. If we go back when we started traveling, we would stay in like $30 a night Airbnbs, overnight bus, that's fine, overnight flight, and then just hit the ground running, like that was fine. But now we just become you become more jaded, unfortunately, by things. So we've slowly upgraded to nicer accommodations. And now we can't really handle a night in like the type of place we used to stay, because the days are stressful enough that we're like, we need to just be able to recharge completely at night, because we don't have that like constant adrenaline and excitement pushing us anymore. I think we feel it when we land in a new place. We always feel that adrenaline and excitement, but then it started wearing off faster and faster.
We've just fully blossomed into like grandpas at this point. Like our true age is like 75 or above, you know, like it's not 25.
We were born as 50-year-olds and now we live 25 years, so we're 75. If you go on vacation now and then, you get like a very high, and then you get like a relatively low baseline. Traveling all the time, we have like a medium baseline all the time. So we're constantly enjoying ourselves and having fun.
Yeah. But there's less of the sort of
it's not as much of a
right?
roller coaster. And I guess by having a home, we can have like a slightly lower low, but then also slightly higher highs when we do travel, which I think is better than just a constant grind.
I mean, we get a lot of messages and like questions from especially LGBT people who are sort of, sometimes it's like specific questions about like, going to like Dubai or going to like other places that we've been, and asking about our experience and feeling very hesitant about going, but they do want to go. Traveling for us, it always has come with a bit of a compromise, but it has always been worth it for us. And I think it feels so much more daunting before you've gone. That goes for anyone. Like when it comes to travel, it always feels more daunting before you've started, before you've gone someplace. But it is generally always worth it. And just to quote Drew Binsky, just go. I think that's like the biggest message.
Just as our dear Top Flight family always tell us, you know, it is so great to do any form of travel that you can. And whether people want to take a 1 week trip, a 1 month trip, or a 1 year trip, we really encourage it, because you can learn so much. And even, I mean, we've been to 95 countries now. We still get daunted before trips, and we get like anxiety the night before. Oh, don't want to go. That's very normal.
That happened about a week ago.
Just knowing that once you're there, you'll have a transformative and usually really fun experience.
And even if it's not always fun, you will learn a lot from it. You'll grow, you'll learn about a new perspective on the world, if not anything else. So yeah, I think it always pays off.
Yeah. And anyone who can, I encourage them to do like a 1 year or 2 year trip. I know a lot of people after the pandemic quit their jobs and they're, you know, doing like a 1 year sabbatical or a 2 year sabbatical. And I think that's great. Like that's about the amount of time where you can really enjoy full-time travel to the max. Yeah. You know, eventually you crave a home and you crave stability once you're, you know, once you've done it enough.
So it doesn't need to be for life.
All right, we're back at the mall because we still need to get Sean's nail glue, and back at the boba spot. And what's this? This ice cream?
Yeah, it's ice cream and it's like boba pearls.
All right, taste the ice cream. Is it tea flavored?
It is.
Oh.
I got circles HT.
Let's see your tokens. Ooh. Ooh, about to do some
the bag.
damage at Chuck
Only
E.
baddies
Cheese.
go to Chuck E. Cheese at age 13. Woo!
All right, bye Chuck E. Cheese. Sean finally got her nail glue. So the nail that fell off will be attached, reattached now. Nail reveal. All right, it's back on now. We can continue with our travels now. Okay, we are done at the mall, so now we're heading to a dinner and show. So it's a pretty touristy thing. It's gonna be Panamanian dancing, and it should be cool. Learn a little bit about the culture. Okay, so we were hoping to get a photo with the ladies,
And they left.
but they spent like 30 minutes at one table and then just dead at the rest of us. Guys, we're gonna take a picture with Banyo. Yeah, these are the Panamanian dancers.
Is anyone really good at Photoshop?
Just enlarge these girls. Wow.
You're a rush.
That was so weird. So this is our final night in Panama. Tomorrow, I'm actually heading back to New York because of some work obligations. But
Me and the boys are gonna be here.
the boys and Sean and Ella are gonna go on and party it up in El Salvador. That sounds weird. Well, Oskar and Dan, thank you for making our first joint trip so awesome. This was really fun. I feel like we have known you guys forever, even though we've only met once before, which is so crazy.
I mean, one thing we have to say is that Oskar and I feel a bit special because we might be the only people that ever get to experience a group trip.
That's true. That's true because I'm very introverted and I don't like to hang out with people. So you guys are very special.
Yeah, so you know, we would like to say that traveling with the Snowbies is very fun, but we're not gonna say it.
Nobody else is getting to do it. Ella, you're gonna see them tomorrow morning.
Mommy, this is what Daddy is doing while you're gone home alone, working for money for this family. This is what Daddy's doing for you. Hold on, hold on.
As you can see, Serge, Oskar, and Dan got drawn into all kinds of new experiences while they and the girls were in El Salvador without me. If you want to watch more, head over to Oskar and Dan's channel to watch their El Salvador vlog. And also be sure to check out their vlog from this Panama trip. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.